Hey folks, welcome to another video. It's Andrew here. Welcome to another episode of Airport Adventures. Today I'm off to Sapporo and Hokkaido. First time I've been there in 3 years, so I'm excited to go there. And today we're going to go to Haneda Airport and check out one of their domestic terminals. Now the good part is with Haneda, it's actually in Tokyo, so it's pretty fast to get there, and there's a couple avenues that you can take to get there. Today I'm going to take the Keikyu Sen. It's really fast and can connect you with the Circle Line in 20 minutes, so it's not bad. My train's right here, so let's go. I'll meet you back at the airport. So we just got off the train here at Haneda Airport, and for the domestic terminal, you have two options, really blue or the red terminal, Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. The blue one, Terminal 2 that we're going to today is for ANA, and they're Flyers partners, and Terminal 1 is for JAL and Starflyer, Skymark, some of those other guys over there. So they're both on opposite sides of the platform whenever you get off the train. All right, so just made it to the first floor here, and just right when you get up, behind me there's a Lawson's convenience store if you want to grab something. And actually, before we go up to the first floor, there's kind of a half floor where the gates are for the train, and there's also a 7-Eleven, just a small one down there. A little bit busy because everyone's getting off the train. This is the last stop. So I suggest if you want something from a convenience store, skip the 7-Eleven that's kind of on that half floor and come up to this Lawson, which is absolutely huge. You can see it behind me. You can buy gifts, snacks, breakfast, coffee, all that stuff. And yeah, so this is floor number 1, which is the arrivals floor. And you'd also access the monorail on either side. And in the center where I am now is where the Keikyu train is, and the escalators for check-in. I just checked in now on the second floor, and it's pretty early, so I wasn't able to come here terribly early to show you around this huge terminal. There's 5 floors, but I actually came here yesterday to do a bit of filming. Welcome to the day of yesterday. It's about noon or something like that, so I have a little bit more time to show you around the departure side prior to security. This terminal is actually really big, and first thing you kind of notice is, unlike the international terminal, there's no it's not like the columns for the check-in. It's just one really flat, long corridor. And this terminal actually has 5 floors, and right now this is floor number 2. And the first floor just has some shops on, and the Mercedes, the Benz that you saw earlier over there, and the ticketing for the trains. So the second floor is really where the check-in is and all that stuff. And yeah, it's really big, really spacious, and set up quite differently than the international terminal, which I visited first. This terminal is separated into A, B, C, and D, and they all kind of get you over to the departure side. Part A, kind of where I'm at right now, is where you'll find Airdo. What is it, Airdo? I don't really know, but it'll get you to Airdo, which is the low-cost carrier of ANA, and the Tokyo Hotel if you're staying overnight. And something that's really special that you have to check out in Haneda Airport is the vending machine. There are many types of special vending machines here. Right now I'm just in part C. You can see behind me there's 2 vending machines. One is an apple vending machine, only apples. Another one is an instant ramen machine with ramen from all over Japan. And also in part B, you can find vending machines that has gifts and snacks from different prefectures throughout Japan. There's one there for Fukushima, Okayama's one, and a couple other ones. And yeah, it's fun to look at. A little different than a normal drink vending machine. Beside the prefecture vending machines behind me, there's also a food vending machine that has like French fries and stuff like that. And I've seen them before. I've never had them before. I'm a little skeptical of I don't think it tastes that good. French fries from a vending machine, I don't know if I can do that. One thing I like that you can catch kind of in the corners of this terminal are these free spaces. Just a seat with a plug and USB port if you need to do some work, charge up a device. You can't find them by the walls, in the corners, between the shops and stuff like that. It's a good place just to get some juice. And since the airport terminal, the second floor here is so wide because there's no columns like in the international side, behind me on the one side is a whole bunch of omiyage and gift shops. And then of course on the other side is the check-in area. And they're able to put tables and seats throughout in the middle, which really does make, a good place to sit down, especially if lines are long or you just need a break or something like that. So really, really laid out the second floor. And let's go up and check floor number 3. So the third floor kind of traverses, parallels the second floor, and this is where there's lots of the restaurants, and to get something to eat, they have everything from soba, udon, noodles, tempura, beef, seafood, all that stuff. The narrow passageway, though, that parallels this part of the terminal is a little tight on top. It is a lunchtime now, so it's a little more crowded than probably other times of the day. A wide range of food selection and varieties, and definitely probably find something that you'll like. So also on the second floor, you'll find a couple of these smoking rooms throughout the airport. So those of you that maybe don't want to go outside, because actually in Japan you can't just walk on the street with a cigarette like you can in North America. So they have these smoking rooms for your enjoyment. So I just made to the 4th floor now, and this floor as well, it's a little smaller, just kind of this circle area that you see behind me over there. It doesn't stretch all the way down the terminal like the 3rd floor. And here there's a couple more restaurants, a little more probably higher in price, more sit-down places, more than just your ramen or your udon noodle shop type of deal. And there's also a good, looks like there's a good bar and grill, and the shops behind me, they view one of the runways outside, so good view of the outside when it's a nice day. It's cloudy today, visibility's not that good, so get what you can take, I guess. So I'm just outside on the observation deck on the 5th floor here, and the observation deck for this terminal, for the second Haneda second domestic terminal, runs the entire length that you saw on the 2nd floor. So it's really, really long. It's actually kind of the first one that I actually see that has an inside component as well. Good for, those rainy typhoon days, a little more protected, probably a good thing. And yeah, really, really big. And you only get to see the one runway on this side here. And like I said, it's a cloudy day, so apparently you could see Tokyo Disneyland, but there's no Disneyland today, that's for sure. In addition to the observation deck, there's a couple shops. You can see them behind me here. I think there's 2 out here, and then inside there's a couple more kind of fancier restaurants on this 5th floor, and that kind of wraps up what you can get on floor number 5. All right, so that's a look at the pre-security area here at the Haneda's second terminal. It's a bit of a busy day today. It's pretty crowded downstairs, but it's wide and open. There's many places to go, so it doesn't feel overly crowded, which is really good. Like, you don't feel like you're kind of stuck in a group trying to get through or something like that. And there's plenty of food options. I was really happy to see that. Anything you want, except maybe the French fries, you're on your own if you get vending machine French fries. I'm going to jump through security now. Let's jump it back to tomorrow's Andrew, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Well, actually, we're not through security quite yet, because after we got our tickets, we waited and waited, stared at an inoperative x-ray machine, and waited some more. Over 40 minutes in total.
So I just made it through security here, and it took 40 minutes to get through security for a domestic flight. I mean, and not all the machines were in operation. I don't think, domestic flight, you really don't have to get there. You shouldn't have to get to the airport so far in advance. And 40 minutes is way too long to wait for domestic, just to go through security, not even customs. So that's a big downside, because, if you want to get a coffee or something and you're kind of running short on time, then you're unable to do it. Also, when you're waiting to go through security, there's people that need to get their earlier flight, so they call those people up because the line is long. They have to go through first, and then the rest of the line is waiting. So you're kind of always waiting for people for the earlier flight to get them through first before you can go. 40 minutes is a long time, little stressful because you're just waiting there and seeing all these people go by, but we're here. I'll see what I can show you now for only, I have about maybe 10 minutes before I gotta catch my flight.
Gateside, the terminal is well over a kilometer in length, and today we're at gate 58. By the screening is one of ANA's Star Lounge lounges. There's 2 throughout this terminal.
Here close to my gate, there's a small second floor area. Behind me, there's the power lounge. You can pay to use that lounge. I don't know how much it is. I think it's like 1,000 yen an hour or something like that. And a small cafe over here, which actually has a pretty good view of the tarmac from the outside. A little quieter than the downstairs.
Down below is one of ANA's many Festa shops, which can be found throughout the terminal. I enjoy these shops because of their variety. It's a great place to pick up a drink, a sandwich, some rugby or Tokyo 2020 swag, or some of their other fine offerings. Besides the store, you'll find the only Starbucks in this huge terminal. A coffee this morning would have been great, but sadly I just did not have the time. The pier offers much more space to sit down and relax. The quieter area is a nice break from the busy pre-security area that greets passengers. It also offers nice views of aircrafts and the Tokyo skyline. I'm sure a late dusk evening will look very nice. The terminal also has my ideal padded seats, which consist of power outlets and no armrest. Great for those wishing to take a break. And to wrap things up, here are my final thoughts and tips of Terminal 2. First, I enjoyed the absolutely huge variety of shops and restaurants in this terminal. The unique Japanese vending machines was also a treat. Secondly, be mindful of the security lines when you arrive at the airport and judge your time accordingly. I suggest to give yourself more time than if you were to fly domestic in Canada or the US. Lastly, gateside, if not frequenting the lounge, aim for the piers for a larger, more quiet space to relax before your flight. Overall, Haneda's Terminal 2 is a very large but well laid out terminal. It doesn't feel uncomfortable even during the morning rush. I would have been more pleased if screening was able to accommodate the unique circumstances better. I was literally the last person to jump on board. Nonetheless, I'm off to Sapporo. Leave a comment down below and let us know what your favorite part was of Haneda's Terminal 2. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around next time.